Okay, so the lesson boils down to this. You're going to be given a number. Now the number is not going to be given to you. A scenario is going to be given to you, and you have to find the number that you start with. Then you're going to be given 4 other scenarios, and you have to find the number for each. And then they're going to ask you a question. Which number is maybe bigger than the one you were given? Which number was smaller? Or which one is the same as? It's going to be one of those 3 questions. It'll either be find the bigger number, find the smaller number, or find the number that's the same as the one that you were given. So if you figure out your first number is 1.75, sometimes it comes in the form of a fraction, like 7/4. Does everyone have their calculator? Turn it on. Turn it on. Use the N over D button, and if you type in 7/4, and you hit enter, it stays as 7/4. If you hit the button right above the enter button, this double arrow button right here, no calculator?
No.
Donde media center? ¿Entiendes? Do you know where the media center is? Just say calculator, please. ¿Cómo se dice calculador en inglés? Calculator. Okay? Alright, so you're going to hit the double arrow button. It should spit out 1.75. It's hard to determine what's bigger if it's an improper fraction, but if it's a decimal, it's a little more natural for us to determine which number is bigger. Sometimes all of these could have been fractions and you may have to convert it using that button. Has everyone familiarized themselves with the button above the enter key? Have you found your calculator yet? Fantastic. Now you can catch up to the last 2 minutes of me talking. Yeah.
So is that interchangeable for each? So like say you
just keep hitting the button. It'll keep changing back and forth.
Oh, it changed it. Oh, sorry. So it doesn't matter which one.
They're the same number.
Okay.
One's in fraction, one's in decimal. You can only do that with numbers that are called rational numbers, but that will be a lesson for another day this year. Okay, so if I asked you which of these choices is bigger than 1.75, what would you say, Karen?
Hmm?
Which number is más grande, bigger?
Than 1.75?
Yeah.
2.
Fantastic. The number 2. Which one would be the same? A. Now, this will never be the case, but which one is smaller? Either C or B. It'll always only be one answer. I just had to make up a problem. Okay, do you understand the general concept of the questions? You're going to be doing a numerical comparison. Which number might be bigger, find the one that's smaller, find the one that's the same. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. The numbers are all going to be about rate of change. Rate of change is about slope. So let's go on to our first example. Our first example, this part here is your given. And we need to determine the rate of change. So for each problem, I would do this. Go ahead and get at least semi-comfortable. I want you to have a big box on the top and just write A, B, C, D. Because you're going to need to write these down for every problem you do. You're just finding the slope, guys. It's something we've been doing over and over and over again. The top one is just going to be our given. Here's our given. Slope is always the change in y over the change in x, or the vertical change over the lateral change. Yeah.
So it'd be 0 over 3.
Well, we're not there yet. This one, what's happening on the y's?
Going up.
It's plus 7, right? And on the x's, they're increasing by 4. That is the answer. So the slope, now if you get stuck, you might want to say, you might want to use your calculator and say a term or a number subtract its previous. Did you get a calculator? What is it, tienda? Yeah? Did I say it right?
What you said?
Tienda? Tienda? Tienda. Tienda calculator? Huh? TNA? I was close.
You said store.
Where you get a thing, now he has the thing. Okay. You take a number, subtract the previous. If you follow that pattern, you'll always get the correct number. That's important if you have a lot of subtraction numbers or some wonky ones like, I don't know, this. This one's awful to deal with. Look at all those big negatives. It's harder to do it in your head, right? So take a number, subtract the other number, and it'll work out. Take a number, subtract the other number, and it'll work out. So that's where we use this. This is kind of like your fallback. Okay, so what we got here, though, is just 7 over 4. Now, again, 7 over 4, not the best one. You might want to convert it. Fortunately, when it's divided by 4, they're talking about quarters. We have 7 quarters. You guys are good at counting money. If you're not, let's do business after you graduate. 7 quarters is $1.75. Just kidding. I'm not going to try and take your money.
What does it say now?
I'm writing things down. What are you writing down? You wrote down one box, one rectangle. I've been talking for 10 minutes. We have a rectangle.
I wrote it
We are here.
I wrote it something on both sides.
I think I need a little more.
I wrote it.
Wrote it?
I mean, whatever.
Part of my heart failed there. Okay. All right, no more wrote it. A, we don't know. Let's see A. Now on A, fortunately, when they give you these as options or answer choices, I know it's hard to see here, but you'll be able to see it nicely on your screen. They give you the dots that you would use. Now, how many times have we done the stairs? Oh, come on, guys. I have written down the stairs for probably since school started at this point. Again, this one we got the answer using the Y's on top and the X's change on bottom. So what are the Y's here? 2 and 1. 2 over 1. The answer for A is 2, or 2 over 1. It's still the Y's over the X's. Part B. Don't guess. They give you the dots on the answers. The only time it's really tough is on the next question where you're given is the graph. Do you see any dots? No. So when this is the question, you better zoom in on your Chromebook close because it has to be a perfect crossing. No. You got to really zoom in until you find a perfect crossing. You can only use a perfect crossing or it'll be wrong. Okay, back here though, we've got 4 and 3 is 7, and 4, 7/4. There's that $1.75 again. Now C and D should be the easiest ones. You don't have to really do anything as long as you know what this means. We should all know this. But unfortunately today, many times my students struggled. Like we have been doing the same thing since school started. Where's the answer? Do you know where the answer is? All of these deal with slope. Do I have a volunteer? What you got? Huh? Go. Go.
I know how to do it.
Don't tell me you know the answer if you don't know. Turn around. Look. I'm not even going to turn around.
Yeah, he is.
Turn around. Turn around. The answers to your life are here. Okay, who can tell me what the slope is for C? 3 over 2. Guys, the slope is always going to be the number in front of the x. Enfrente x. No atrás. Enfrente. In front. The number in front of x. The y-intercept is after. Atrás. Okay, so for C, you would put 3 halves. It's hard to do a number comparison with 3 halves, though. Use the conversion on your calculator. 1.5. I'm sorry, this one's 1.75. I did it on that board. And that one, what is the? 4. Now that we know everything, which relationship represents a function with a lesser rate of change? So which number is smaller than the number that we started with? You're telling me 2 is smaller than 1.75?
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, I'm going to open a business afterwards. I'm going to write down the names of the people that don't know 2 is bigger. Which number is smaller? C. $1.50 is less than $1.75. Guys, we got to know that. C is the answer. Okay. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, because I'm fixing on the next one. There are 5 things we got to figure out. We got to figure out the given, the A, B, C, and D, all the slopes. I'm going to walk around the room. I'm going to hand out a marker and tell you which one you're doing. You can have a friend help you out. You're writing the answer down. I hope you're prepared. Let's go on to the next one. Good luck. The first one's kind of the trickiest. You got to make sure you find the exact match before you use the points. All right, so here are the answers we got. There are the guys. Okay, so let's take a look here. Our given, we needed to find good points, and those good points might be right there. Took all the way to there. But if you noticed, I had done that one already. So this is a total of 7. And we count this way of 4. So we get 1.75. We're good to go. A is easy. Look at that. It's right there. B is easy. Look, it's right there. So we should get those quickly. Okay, let's look at C. It's +1, and these are +4, so it's 1 over 4. So 0.25 is what they were trying to write here. It's hard to read it. They have it, but they're trying to say that.
What's right?
This is -12 over 4. -12 over 4 is -3. I'm not sure how we got that answer.
What do we get that? Where do we get that?
Okay. But regardless, we had to find... Girls, I mean, if we're not talking about math, what are we doing? We need... That was a rhetorical question. You need to be focused on math. Which relationship represents a greater rate of change? So which one is larger than 1.75?
B.
B. Look, there's only going to be one right answer. Guys, there's only going to be one right answer. So as soon as you saw that one, you could have known it was the right answer. So you can kind of shortcut a couple of these questions. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to call up students. We're gonna figure this thing out together. We have to. Good luck. Take a minute to find the slopes for all 5 items. I will hand out markers in a second. These are not good. We have done slopes since the first day of school, and slope is an 8th grade topic. It is the number in front of the letter X. Slope-intercept form, which I know they wore out in 8th grade. The first one is correct. The second one is what we did on our last test. We did the Find the pattern. Find the pattern. It's plus 3. It's plus 4. It ends up being 3 over 4, which is 0.75. They got it right. I'm not sure about this one. Let's see. What is the change here? I know it's over 3.
What's that?
What's negative 41 minus negative 23? Negative 18, is it? Okay, negative 6 is correct. B is correct. This blows my mind. We can't draw the stairs. We have drawn the stairs so many times. I'm so confused that we don't know. We don't know that this line leans this way, and the answer is negative 1 over 4, which is negative 0.25. We're guessing and making up stuff. This one, it's the same thing. It went down 5 over 4. It's negative 5/4, which is negative 1.25 if you put it in your calculator. Y'all have to care a little bit more. We shouldn't have that many people being that far off. This one, they put a positive slope, guys. Okay. Shh. Now you gotta, the answer is which one is the same?
It's D.
A. That is not the same as that. This one was wrong.
I'm just ready.
It's D. It's D. D was the same as the beginning one. Okay, I think this is our last one. I hope y'all can figure this out because you've got to get 10 done for today's assignment. Find the slopes for each of them. I'll call students up in a moment. Negative 5 is the given slope. For A, you got negative 1/4. That is correct. For B, we get 4 over 1. But there's 4 and there's 1. That's correct. C, it's down 20 over 4, which is negative 5. That's good. You can see it's going down 20 here, up 4 here. This one divided by this one is that. Here we've got up 3 and up 4, so that's 3 over 4, which is 0.75. This is correct. Good job, guys. It's starting to come together.
Yeah.
Which one is the same? C. Okay. I'll activate your assignment online. You guys can get it done.